If you haven't already dropped into Gilligan's Island, which is directly in the middle of the ocean between ERangel mainland and Millbase Island, then you are absolutely missing out. This is going to be one of the hottest drops this season and one of the most fun places to be. And especially with the addition of these things, the gliders, the island has become a waypoint for craziness between both the mainland and the military. Oh, God. If you're in a glider right now, I don't know if it's a bug or not, but you can hear it from 1,000 miles away. You can see here, it's right in the middle here, just to the east of Rapunzel's Tower. I call it Gilligan's Island. It's a beautiful looking tower, almost like a way station between the two land masses. And if you don't know why I call it Gilligan's Island, then you're probably too young to understand. It is a little bit quiet at the moment. It's getting busier and busier. The loot is fairly consistent. It's good. It's not incredible, but it's awesome if you want a solo squad. Like, it's really, really good loot for solo squatting. And it's really good loot if you're duo squatting. It is fair to say, though, that it's not quite as good as Rapunzel's, which you don't get a guaranteed flare drop. You do get a flare on occasion. In fact, I've had drops here where I've picked up 2 flares at a time. And it also has a bunch of options to get off. You can find a yeet balloon, or you can jump up the top of the tower where there is a glider. There is a thermal just to the right as you take off, and that will get you all the way to Millbase itself if you're careful with the way you glide. Or you can just jump in the boat, and the boat will get you to the mainland lickety-split. All in all, a lot of fun and a lot of guns. Not necessarily enough meds / scopes. I'll show you, there's it's like a restaurant downstairs, right? It's a restaurant downstairs with a landing above it, a little balcony, and then you've got a tower system that runs above that, and then a whole lot of loot on the roof and the gliders up the top. In the restaurant, there is a crate. The crate never, so far I've done about 20 drops here, never drops any kind of cash. It's always a gun. And generally it seems to be a 7.62 gun, like an SKS, an M24 or an M762. You will occasionally get M416s out of here. And the scope you'll generally get out of those is a 2X or a 6X. Very rarely a 4. That's how, but I'm sure that that's just, the way it goes. People will try and rotate in on boats, which is, you see, I got another flare gun there. I've already got a flare gun. And I also just auto-adjusted my sensitivity on the M4, and you can see that wasn't really perfect, but just enough. We got it done. That is actually quite funny. That crate on the beach that is about to be there attracts a couple of looters late game in just a tick, and you'll see it works out a treat for me. We put our flare up, and one of the funny things about this is there is also a glider at Rapunzel's Tower, and that means that people keep going to Rapunzel's Tower, jumping in the glider, and because it's so loud, you hear them coming, and then they get rinsed as they try to approach from your west. I pick up an AMR here, which is pretty good. AMR and an 8X, always handy to have. And then I call in the other flare on the mainland. Here, that's the glider. And look how far away he is. Look how far away he is. You can see when I hit him. That's a long, long way away. Long way, 240 meters. And I can hear the glider like 300 meters out. It's so freaking loud. We call another flare and get another AMR, and that's perfect. The rooftop is brilliant as well. It's crenellated. In other words, it's got a whole bunch of battlements that you can hide behind and lean out and peek and shoot. So it's really safe. It's incredibly hard to push here. If you push it in a glider, you can be heard. If you push it in a boat, you can be seen and heard. And if you try and swim here, you can hear people swimming up. And it is really hard to approach it from the water. Obviously, you've got to rotate out of here, which can be difficult, but you can hit all the land masses around you. All the beach around you is totally available for gangbusters if you've got a sniper rifle. And you generally get a scope and a sniper out of this, so it's well worth that kind of an effort. It's a pretty cool thing. I don't love the new gliders because of the actual noise. If they pull the noise to a very, very minimum distance, I'd be happier with it. This is so funny. They stopped to lift the scope. They stopped to loot the box. I mean, How unlucky for these grubs. And I just decide, yeah, you can hide there. That's fine. Hide there. I've got an AMR. I'll just shoot the car. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Try the veal. I'll be here all week. It is a great place to defend. Absolutely brilliant to defend. You could yeet balloon out here. I've not had a circle come near it. I don't think it's counted as a landmass by the algorithm, so you can't really expect to see too many people here. If you don't know how the gliders work, you head off into the updraft here, the thermal. It'll drag you all the way up the top, and you can see there's a timer on it. It's a 3-minute timer once you jump in there, and then it'll disappear for you. And I think that is the noise that you'll hear that is so loud. Once the thermal is activated, it's the actual thermal that makes all the noise. So that could be something to look at. Yeah, there's bots and then there's real people. It can be very hard to tell the difference because they're all trying to get out here when they see you drop your flares. They're like, where's that flare going? Oh my God, there's people on that island. What's that island? Let's go there. It's quite cool. I'm not going to lie. I didn't know that it was open until I was flying along. I'm like, why is that island that doesn't do anything blue? Well, here it is again. Like, honestly, I've got to feel bad for these guys. This poor guy, you can bail out of the glider now, right? So the guy bails out of the glider, parachutes down, lands in the water, and then we just hit him again. Yep, and he's done. There's an awful lot of reviving in the water that goes on here now, and there's people trying to get to him, and yeah, not so much. I love this. I love that it's different. I love that it's new. I do like that there's no auto flare. If there was an automatic flare, I think it would be a little bit weird to have Rapunzel's tower up there. Rapunzel, let down your flare. And then Gilligan's Island out here, and both of them have flares. It would probably dilute the hot drop humans a little bit too much. But having it, I mean, it ain't good. It ain't fun. It ain't fun for people. And people just hang around the bottom of the boat hoping you'll leave. I don't know why. It's not a good thing. Again, you hear it. You can hear it. You can hear it. The thermal, you can hear the thermal so far away, which is not cool. Or you can hear the glider. I don't know what it is, but it's way too loud. And you can also get people who will go to Malibu. That's the house in the point. And lovely. And they will try and snipe in. All the people on the shore will try and snipe in. You have two issues here. One is, if you own this island, you generally own it alone, right? So it's very hard for people to push you. It's hard to push people on land, but people on land can get third-partied and in all these kind of gunfights. You can really hold force from this island quite comfortably. People rotating and moving around and trying to get shots. Like Dingers is knocked in the water. Barry's going to get him up, which is pretty cool. Barry is now called Bootsy Collins, by the way. If you don't know who Bootsy Collins is, shame on you. Get up for the downstroke, baby. And I'm going to just keep an eyeball on this guy out here who's trying desperately to thirst McDingling as Barry is trying desperately to revive McDingling, and I can't get the headshot. Can't get the headshot. I'll get the headshot. You better believe I'll get the headshot. How is that not hitting? Come on. Come on, buddy. That's going to get you. Yeah, that's right. Ding, 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 ding. No more calls, please. We have a winner. So I hope you enjoy that. I hope you get out to the island. I hope you have a good time with it. Remember to like the videos and subscribe. All the new stuff that comes into the game will be featuring here on the Bushka channel. We did a great stream today. Lots of people rolling along. Thank you very much, Moses, too, for the $100 donation. Really appreciate it. Oh, my God. This guy got knocked and he got the flare. So what he did was he swam all the way out here and dropped the flare along the way, and then I killed him. Look how hard it is. It's really hard to approach this. And he just dropped the flare. I don't know what goes on in people's heads. And this is his teammate who just needed to come back, and you just wait until they get close enough. And anyway, look after yourself. Stay safe on the battlefield. And as always, bye for now. Spree!